whatever's being magnified in your life right now, use this period to help you change and, turn. Because a lot of people feel when things go wrong is they can't twist and pivot. This is not a point to give up. This is a point for you to pivot and twist and change. So welcome to another episode of the Stronger Fitter Happier Podcast. I'm your host Vin, and today it's just me, all solo, and you know how these solo episodes go. I talk to the camera, I talk to the microphone, and I just get my thoughts out. And on today's episode, I wanted to be discussing two things that this whole quarantine and coronavirus situation has done for me personally. So I know it's another episode just about not just about, but just kind of about Corona. And the reason why we're talking about Corona, or I'm talking about Corona again, is because that's what's going on in the world right now. And it seems to be on the front of my mind. And I don't mean that itself, but just the whole situation. It's bringing up a lot of things and I just wanted to discuss it. So two things that I wanted to talk about today, I will go through, but I will make this episode a short one. So something that you can kind of listen to quickly, give you some food for thought, and then you can kind of reflect on how maybe the things I've discussed are affecting you. So one thing I've noticed is that this whole period, this whole quarantine period, lockdown, whatever situation you're in, the whole Corona situation has been a magnifying effect. And what I mean by a magnifying effect is if you've got good things going on in your life, it's magnified those good things. And if there's some bad things going on in your life, it's magnified those things. So like positives and negatives are just being magnified completely. So whether that's like a micro argument you have turns into something big, or whether you have like a really loving relationship, that love has been exemplified and magnified because you kind of, you appreciate that person more and you notice those things even more. So me personally, what I've noticed is two big things is work and relationship. So with my work, what I mean is with Body+beyond, I've noticed a few things of magnification of a few problems that we have. And what I mean is like, we did everything in person and training in the gym, and I saw that there's a big gap. There's like a big problem to have all your eggs in one basket. And we don't do much online work. And that was obviously very magnified immediately when gyms shut. And it kind of made me realize that we do need to have a bit more of an online business and an online presence. So that's one example of magnification for me. The other side of work was the community that we've built. The only reason I still have a job and a business is because of our community. We all pulled together in an incredible way. And the amount of work we put into building this community and helping people and kind of having relationships with people is what's kept us together. It's what our glue is. It's the family that we've kind of created. That's what's kept the online community going. So we've moved all of our sessions to like virtual sessions. We've also done like an online program for people to follow in their own. And that has only worked because people have relationships with one another. They want to see each other. They want to communicate with us as coaches. They want our support still because of the help that we provide them in the community and the help that they give each other. And that's even more important now because we're doing so much more online to keep connected. And I think like for me, that's a positive that's been magnified. That one that I appreciated, but maybe not as much as I should have. And it's kind of made me realize that. Now, on a more serious note, I think something that immediately happened on quarantine was I realized like, I don't want to go too personal with this because I haven't actually asked my partner if I can talk about it on here. So, but like, I noticed a few big major problems in my own personal relationship with my partner and nothing to do with her. And it was all to do with me. I was not communicating very well. I was neglecting our relationship. I was very focused on work and business and that side of thing. And I realized like where I'd kind of been falling short in our relationship and my efforts. Without going too deep into it, but very quickly I saw these problems. It was magnified. We discussed it. We talked about it. And because of that, I've been kind of like, I realized the errors and how to fix them as well. And you're probably noticing the same thing in your life. Like you're probably seeing things like you may be even more in love with your partner and things are very good right now because you put in so much work before this lockdown period or this quarantine period. And now your relationship is amazing because you're enjoying that time that you have together. Or you may be going the other way and you just want to kill each other. And that's because you maybe haven't put in the work before. Or simply that a problem has been identified and magnified, like maybe you aren't supposed to be together. And that's okay as well. But obviously if it can be worked on, like my relationship, and things can improve like they are now, much better, in a much better place, within literally a day of turning things around, because you can take steps and actions to change things. So what I'm trying to say is use this kind of, whatever's being magnified in your life right now, use this period to help you change and, turn. Because a lot of people feel when things go wrong is they can't twist and pivot. This is not a point to give up. This is a point for you to pivot and twist and change. And I think I mentioned this on another podcast or the 2 podcasts ago, that you can adjust and pivot so much in your life right now. So if you look at this as an opportunity, and by that I mean like the magnification of the problems that you're having, if you look at those as opportunities, basically just warning messages for you to change, then you can come away from this in a very positive outlook. If you don't, and you continue to ignore the magnification of the problems, then those warning messages are going to turn into something bigger and something that you can't recover from. Now, this may be to do with your health. You may be noticing that, mentally this is taking its toll on you. And that means you need to do work to help you to be in a better place to deal with problems and crises. Whether it might be physically, or like your fitness may be suffering right now because you're housebound, you can't do anything, you're feeling aches and pains. That's a magnification of a problem that was already there, and it's time for you now to adjust so you can start working out, you can start doing things to make yourself more fitter. If your health is a worry for you because you're concerned that, if you do get this virus and what it will do to your body and to you and whether you'll survive it, then again, this is a magnification of a problem that was already there, and now it's an opportunity for you to fix it. If you do. If you don't, then what will happen is, even if you skip the virus and nothing happens and you don't get ill, which I hope is the case, then maybe something in the future will get you. And when I mean get you, I mean, kill you. If you allow like kind of health problems to sit there and avoid them, then they will kill you. And avoiding any problem will eventually kill you. And I mean kill you by, I'm saying something very harsh, but I mean kill you in your relationship, like kill your relationship with your children, kill your work, kill your wealth, whatever it is. There is something that is going to happen if you continue to ignore problems. And that kind of hit me in the face massively with this whole period. And I'm glad that I have been able to adjust and pivot and, change direction with a few things. And the other thing, moving forward from here, and this is maybe a bit more of a positive message for you on this podcast episode, is what I've noticed is what's actually important. There's been a massive eye-opening perspective kind of thing to me. And I've already had this outlook on life, but I find other people are probably, like I've seen it in other people, they're noticing this big change to shift in terms of what's important in their life. And if this is happening for you, I really hope you continue with this kind of pivot and change as you move on in the future. So what I mean is, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, you were doing things like shopping, thinking about what car you might want, maybe looking at a house that you might want, dreaming about things, that aren't necessarily that important to you right now. So when you think, what's most important when you go food shopping or when you go to the shops to get something? You get food, you get the bare essentials, you come home and you are grateful that you are healthy and you are appreciative of your family, the people you love, you call them more now, and you're appreciative that you're alive and you're healthy. And a lot of people are taking up fitness now inside because it's providing mental, that kind of basically space for them. And also they realize that physical fitness is really important. And that's literally the three things that I found are most important to me: family, my health, and finance. And by finance, I mean enough finance to make do with the bare essentials and things that make me happy. Things like buying a car don't even matter. Like a flash car doesn't even matter because we're barely driving anywhere. Fancy clothes, no one's looking at them. Like none of that matters anymore. Just things, the bare essentials, the things that you being able to afford, things that make you provide for you, like where you're able to make more of a living, and also just things that you need and things that make you happy. So like things that we've been able to buy, like little things and toys and stuff for my daughter to keep her happy, that's making us happy. Little things I've done, like being able to pay for like a subscription to watch movies with my partner. Things like that have been, what I've been spending on, and that's the most important thing, like as in having the bare financials to support the bare essentials. And I personally am going to be continuing with this after the lockdown kind of thing. Just looking at what's important: family, health, and then kind of looking after like the bare essentials of what makes you happy. And I don't mean like that you can't buy clothes and stuff if that's what makes you happy. I just mean it's kind of puts into perspective what's actually important. And, sometimes people do things to impress others and, status symbols and that sort of thing. And all of that's kind of dissolved and gone away right now because your own small circle of people who really matter to you the most is all that's on your radar probably. And that's a brilliant thing and a brilliant place to be right now. And yeah, I just thought I kind of highlight it on the podcast, highlight it on the YouTube channel with this video, and let you think about it as well. So that's all I have to say on this matter. I hope you found that episode useful, not too boring. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care. Over and out.